So we just got through shooting our second video, which is titled Evergreen Trees and Shrubs. I've also included Allen Acres B&B and Almost Eden Plants links below. So please click on that and visit our websites. Don't forget to hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. So enjoy. Thanks. Bye.
Welcome to Allen Acres, and again this week we're going to do evergreen trees and shrubs. We didn't finish up last week. We have a few more that we'll go through today. Most of these that we're talking about this week are native, some are non-native, some are native to this area, some are native to further east. The plant I'm holding right now is Carolina laurel cherry, Prunus caroliniana. It looks a good bit like Prunus serratina, which is black cherry, which we'll cover later on because it's a deciduous tree. This one is evergreen. That's one of the big characteristics I look for. It's evergreen. It also has more teeth along the margins of the leaf. But to me, the most important thing that I look for is smell. I have to crush this leaf really a lot. Crush it really, and then smell it. I don't know what the cold weather we've had. But you crush it, you get and eventually, wow, there it is. You get a Dr. Pepper smell or almond extract smell, Dr. Pepper from the leaves. So you have to crush the leaves, evergreen, and also it doesn't have those yellow hairs on the midrib of the plant that we will see when we get to black cherry. So very interesting plant. Very planted a lot as an ornamental because of its evergreen character. Commonly planted plant in Louisiana. What's important about it is evergreen and it produces flowers. Mine had flowers until the recent 18 degrees that we had. But here's a flower. It sure doesn't look like the flower it looked like last week. So anyway, Camellia, and there are three species, Camellia sinensis, Camellia japonica. There's also Camellia sasanqua, and the tea one, Camellia sinensis. So I had a sinensis, but died a few years ago, so I just have Camellia japonica now. I have some others around on the other side of the house, so that we'll look at. It may have a flower, but I doubt it. I think the freeze got all the flowers. These are some younger Camellia japonicas, recently planted. They also had wonderful flowers before the freeze. These will be growing. We have a couple of this age and another real small one just planted this year. So we'll have some different colors. This one's red. This one's back here is a peppermint one. It's kind of a light pink with dots in it. So when they are in flower. These are some more camellias. Okay. Thank you. plant that was here when we moved here. It's supposed to have been a house here since the 1860s, and you see the flower buds right here. This is a banana magnolia. It will flower in May and June, and this whole area will smell just like bananas. A wonderful plant. This is the biggest one of those I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been here, how old it is, anything like that, but it's wonderful to have it. It's evergreen, and it's magnolia or Michella filigo, a non-native probably from the Orient, but a wonderful plant that I'm glad we have here. And I've kept it, and it's unbelievable, the banana smell when it is in flower. This is Illicium parviflorum, often called the yellow sweet anise. There's a lot of this planted at the zoo in Monroe, Louisiana, and lots of the linings leading into the zoo. So very, very common. The big difference between this and the more common Illicium floridanum is that the leaves on this one are yellow. You can kind of see the yellow color, and the crushed leaves have a root beer smell, whereas the Illicium floridanum has a terrible, to me, a terrible odor. Some people say a pleasant odor. So it's a very pleasant, very strong odor on the other one, very different, but this one's more of a root beer odor. Mine died, and also my Illicium floridanum died. Okay, this one was in a pot and came from almost eaten plants, this Illicium parviflorum. I'll talk about a couple of plants, and then we'll take a walk and go see a third plant. Illicium floridanum is a dark green plant, and it's so funny today. I don't have any here, but I grew up with lots and lots of it. I mean, every time we went into the river near the Tickfaw River over in southeast Louisiana, we'd see lots of that plant, Illicium floridanum. We called it stink bush, and early on, horticulturists told me I can't call it that because you can't sell many of those plants if you're calling it stink bush. So it became star anise in most people, and has been star anise for a lot of people. Beautiful red flowers, and I had one, both that Illicium and my Illicium parviflorum died recently, so those two didn't make it, but I hope to get those back. I do have a parviflorum. I'll get a floridanum and get here. Another plant that I don't have here, it's just that we went the other day and we didn't find it, but that plant is the red bay. Now the red bay has very stiff leaves, and when you crush it, has a tremendous odor. My theory is that it was the fillet of South Louisiana. Sassafras doesn't grow too much south of Lafayette, but the red bay grows all the way to and on Grand Isle. So I think the Cajuns of the marshes and the lower parts of the Louisiana actually made their fillet from red bay. I think the odor crushed and so forth. Very interesting plant, and we have lots of it at Cooter's Bog that we'll be going to. Lots of it around. Just that I don't have one on my property that we could go to. We tried the other day, so we will have pictures of the flowers and the leaves and so forth that I have from from earlier pictures. Another plant that I don't have that's been around, hard to find, but it's at Cooter's Bog. So when we go to Cooter's Bog, we'll add those too. Maybe not doing some other kind of plant that we were doing, and we'll have pitcher plants and things like that when it warms up and they start to grow. But the plant that's over there is a wax myrtle. We call it the Baygall wax myrtle. It's got bigger leaves. They're white on the lower surface. The fruits are different. The plants are often right in with regular wax myrtle, but I've never seen one much bigger than 7-8 feet in height. They seem to be smaller plants, whereas wax myrtle gets really tall and can be actually more like a small shrub or a bigger small tree, a large shrub or small tree out there in red bay. So that there's red bay and the red bay, the Baygall wax myrtle, and the star anise that we won't have direct pictures of, but we do have pictures that we can put up from my other morning email type thing, the emails with the flowers and leaves there. Butterfly built by Christine. There's the bark. These two trees are live oaks. I think we may have to walk out to see the leaves. So this is the famous live oak of Louisiana. I think there's some there, some here. I think that it's native to south of the Interstate 10, and everything north pretty much of Interstate 10 is planted. People have liked it over the years because of its evergreen character. So you look at it, you see its typical leaves, but they're still long. There are a couple of at least one of our live oaks of our regular oaks that keeps their leaves a little longer, but most of them have eventually shed their leaves, and the only one that's truly evergreen is this one right here, live oak. But not a native to Allen Acres, but one planted by Old Home Places here.